When I first meet a family, I observe carefully, take mental notes, and watch the dynamics of a family and how they interact with one another. OK, Joanne and Michael, I've watched, I've seen, so let's go and have a chat in the other room, OK?
I was very nervous about someone coming into my house and giving me advice.
I don't know what she has up her sleeves. I'm actually scared to death.
How fantastic. You've got 2 sets of twins under the age of 3. And I've really got to take my hat off to you because it really is a lot of hard work.
Thank you.
Joanne, you work as a teacher, and Michael, you work at home, but at the same time, you're also at home with your children. But there is a lack of balance with what you are both trying to achieve as parents, and your children are suffering for that. The routine is Michael's routine. You have a schedule that works for you so that you can pick up the phone, deal with work, and make sure that you look after the children.
Correct.
But you're not using your time effectively because when you are with them, you watch over them rather than interacting with them.
Yes, I agree. I can see that. Yes.
The children sleep so many hours during the day. But rest from what? It's convenience. It is convenience.
It is convenient, yes. Dad loves it when they sleep. I get more work done when they're sleeping.
But at the same time, Joanne, Michael's trying to hold down a job as well as manage 4 kids under the age of 3 years old because nobody else is allowed to do it. Why?
I'm just not comfortable. Next to me, being here, he's the next best thing.
Do you see the pressure that now creates for Michael? You come home from work and your afternoon from 3:30 to bedtime is really based on compensating for what lacks during the day. That it becomes overwhelming. Let's talk about the children's independence. John and Joseph should, and I say should, know how to put them trousers on, that shirt on, and those shoes, so that they can feel a sense of pride, so that they can become independent. But mummy, mummy, daddy, daddy, hands up all the time, on your hips 24/7, is treating them like babies. And on another note, Michael, it wouldn't hurt you to make life a little bit easier for Joanne. Why can't you put the plates in the dishwasher?
Joanne handles the traditional things that women do, and I handle the traditional things that men do.
We are living in 2005. The pair of you could get those chores done and you could have an evening together. You have to be more than willing to take a leap. And that's why I'm here, to be able to help you as a whole, as a family.
I think that she hit a lot of points that I already knew. When she told Michael he needed to step up and help out a little bit, I thought that was good.
So, are we ready to get started?
Yes.
Yeah, ready for the hard work?
Yes.
Good, all right.
Yes.
Well, let's get started then.
It makes me very nervous. Something about that grin she had at the meeting when she said, "Are you ready to go to work now?" or something to that effect.
I'm bringing a new routine into the Burnett house. It's going to give them complete structure to their day. They don't have that, so it's going to be really good for Dad, Mum, and all the children. The family routine.
All right.
We're going to get the children up at a decent time and have them up at 8 o'clock. Between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, we're going to give the kids breakfast. All right?
Okay.
Between 9:30 and 10:30, we're going to do managed play. 12:30 to 2:30, it's Molly and Michael's nap time. And it's a relaxing time after lunch. You can get on with work and just clear up from lunch, which does mean putting the plates in the dishwasher.
Can we do paper plates?
At 3:45 to 4:30, Mum, into the playroom and have some fun with the kids. You've not seen them all day. 4:30 to 5 o'clock, start to prep dinner. Mum and Dad evening. It means you've got your evening earlier than what you were having. This family routine in place for your household gives you structure, and the children need that. It makes them feel secure because they know what's coming next.
It looks like we're going to have them busy enough that it should flow smoother.
Brilliant, so let's give it a go as soon as possible. Let's start it rolling.
Looks good. I think that the schedule will definitely make things less chaotic for us. If we get more time to spend together at night, I think it will be wonderful, and I am looking forward to that. I just hope we don't create any more twins.
Joanne can't possibly get what she needs to get done during the day when she's got 2 children stuck either side of her. So when this happens, where he wants to be picked up all the time, I want you to talk to him at eye level and say to him, look, Mummy's going into the playroom, you've got a choice. You have Mummy's hand, or you can come in on your own. What he's doing is hoping that if he cries long enough, you'll give in and just pick him up.
Joseph, listen to me. Listen. Mommy's going into the toy room. You can walk in, holding Mommy's hand, you can walk in by yourself. What do you want to do?
Okay, so then put him to the side. So put him to the side, and then take Molly, and we're going to the playroom. And then take Molly by the hand. Move him out the way.
You want to hold Mommy's hand?
Okay, so Mummy, go.
We're going to the toy room. Come on, Molly.
They'll follow you through.
When Joseph started crying, the first thing I wanted to do was pick him up, and it was absolutely breaking my heart and the most difficult thing I've done in a long time.
So with him realising that you're not going to be picking him up 24, you brought him into the playroom because you want to play with him, OK? So it's to say, let's go and get your toys there, let's play together, OK?
Joseph, what toys do you want to play with?
Doesn't want to, so he's not listening to you, OK? So he's thinking, how come now Mummy doesn't want to pick me up when it was OK before? But what you need to do is to go back to square one and start encouraging Joseph and John to be more independent. Mum had to prepare dinner, so I said to her, explain to Joseph where you're going and go into the kitchen.
Mommy's going to the kitchen right now to make dinner. I'm going to put Molly in her chair. If you want, Mommy will hold your hand and you can come into the kitchen with me.
I was explaining to Joanne that whilst Joseph was having a temper tantrum, that she was just to ignore him and get on with what she needed to achieve, and that was to feed her other children, because it was dinner time.
Some peaches. You want a big boy for us tonight?
Excellent.
All right, let me get you juice.
Look, remove him. Mummy needs to get what she needs to get. You're not going to hurt him. He knows that you love him. Eventually, Joseph calmed down, but then he didn't want to eat, and so Mum had to give him a warning.
Joseph, you need to sit down in a chair and eat dinner.
Not you need to. OK, this is what we're doing, Joanne. All right? Joseph, I want you to listen to Mummy and do as you're told and sit down and eat your dinner, please. If you do not listen to Mummy, you will go and sit on the naughty chair for not listening. Now, up you get, please. So, I explained to Joanne the naughty chair technique. She went to put him on it, and he went mad. So he won't go on the chair, so move him away. Look, watch this, look. Joanne, this is temper. Joseph, you didn't listen to Mummy. Now you stay here, please. You stay there. Come away, up.
I did trust Joe in the situation, but I find it difficult to have someone else discipline my kids.
I need to know what you're feeling and on why.
It was tough for me to talk to Joe at that point because I was on the verge of tears. I didn't want to listen. I just wanted to pick him up.
Why do you want to pick him up? What is it? Joe?
Because he's crying.
What does that cry say to you?
I hope he's not thinking I'm ignoring him. I just think if I was to pick him up for a couple minutes, he would be okay.
I'm not saying that you can't cuddle and pick your boys up every now and then, but so that they're not using their tempers to force that on you all the time, OK? I want you to go back now and say to Joseph, Mummy put you on this naughty chair because you didn't listen to me, OK? I want you to go and sit down on the chair and eat your dinner, please, OK? All right?
So you didn't listen to Mommy, okay? So So I'm gonna walk you over and you're gonna get on a chair and eat your dinner, okay? Come on.
I think the whole tantrum lasted for about an hour, and Joseph did cry the entire time. It felt like an eternity.
Good boy,
Yeah, we clap.
Yay.
Mum, this is a big achievement. Well done, look. How'd you feel? Huh?
Now I feel good.
So you should. Well done. Well done. I arrived at 8:30 sharp this morning to see if Dad was on schedule.
Good morning, Joe.
How are you? Good morning, John. Good morning, Joseph. How are you? Dad, give me 5. Look at you.
Oh, the sun's shining. It's a beautiful
I'm
day.
seeing you, and you're on time. Look at this. It was fantastic. Dad was up. The boys were having breakfast. He was on time with that schedule. He did a good job.
I was pleased to see that Joe had a smile on her face once she walked in and saw that I was in fact sticking to her plan and giving us a real shot.
After breakfast, I saw Dad put plates in the dishwasher for the first time. Very impressive. First thing I wanted to work on with Dad this morning was the big boy technique, and that was to allow Joseph and John to do things for themselves. Okay, so what I want you to do is...
Come on over here, Joseph.
Bring the boys over. This is the big boy technique, and it's like, right, we're gonna have some fun with Daddy and we're gonna play in a minute, but what we need to do first is get ourselves dressed. So he told the boys they were going to get themselves dressed.
You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. You're a big boy. You can do it.
And they roasted the challenge.
Come on, pull it down. Yay! Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Good job.
Come on, you hold it like that and wiggle your feet through. So they started to get themselves dressed and pop their head through their T-shirts and put their arms through, and they were really proud of themselves that they achieved that. Wow, Dolly!
I think they had fun with it. I think it was a good idea. You did it.
Well done, John. Well done. In the morning, I explained to Dad that we were going to do managed play because Dad normally just sits there and watches them.
Choo-choo.
So, Daddy, they're set up with the card games, and then what I want you to do with Michael and Molly is to do the shape sorter. I gave Michael new games to stimulate the children, to sit down with them and engage them in those activities,
That's the what? What is that?
The sun.
The sun. That's right. That's the sun.
and then to step back and yo-yo yourself between the younger twins and the older twins. And you flip from one to the other, yo-yo, one to the other, okay? So that they've got their individual toys for their right ages.
Is that a butterfly?
Turtle.
That's a turtle?
Michael, you're managing the 4 kids fantastic, okay? You're stimulating all of them, and at the same time, they're playing with different activities. Children are cooped up in that house too long, too many hours. So we all went outside to play.
We had a great time. The kids loved the swings. They got to climb, run around, play. My plan is to continue with the outside playtime. The kids need the fresh air. I agree with Joe. Oh, no. That is fast. Any faster, you're going to do loops.